Hey guys! I'm going to be moving soon in a couple weeks, so I will be changing around my toy room, but before I start packing, which is going to take me a while, I wanted to show you guys around and show you a little bit of my collection, that I don't just collect Monster High, even though most of my hunting tends to just primarily stick with that. So let me show you around and show you what I got. So let me start off by showing you some of my Ariel collection. Like, I do have some other princess stuff mixed in, but for the most part, Little Mermaid's my favorite, obviously because I have red hair. And up the top shelf, I have a lot of my larger dolls, a lot of my toddler-based ones, like her as a child, and also I have the talking Ariel and a snow globe. And I have a lot of the 90s dolls, because that's what I grew up with. And I do have some of the open box ones too, as you go to the third shelf here. And I do have some originals, and the one I really want to point out is going to be this one. I've had her the longest. She was probably one of my first ones I've ever had. So she means a lot to me, and she has the most wear and tear on it. But I do have a lot of the newer dolls too. And when I get down here, I've got a lot of my figures and a lot of the original ones still boxed up from the early 90s to like the late 90s and early 2000s. And on the bottom shelf, I have a little bit of mix of everything. I really love Monsters Inc., so I've got some of the pinks and a little bit of, like, you know, Cinderella and Jasmine mixed in there too. But like I said, for the most part, I like Ariel the best. And you're probably wondering why I have a giant skeleton in the corner. Besides all of my toys, I love Halloween memorabilia, so I have a lot of Halloween stuff mixed through the rest of my house. So I have a lot of skulls and bats and spiders, but he's my favorite, and I always have him sitting in his little pink throne with my dolls. And at the bottom here I have two of my favorite dolls, which I actually had to order off eBay, because over the years of moving I actually lost my Heather doll, but they're Magic Attic Club dolls. They came out right around the same time as the American Girl dolls. But I never was a big fan of American Girl. I fell in love with the Magic Attic. I had all the books, and I loved the dolls. And over the years, like I said, I lost poor Heather, which is the brunette here to the left. And lucky I found these two in perfect condition on eBay, and I got to buy them last year, actually. And this is what most of you probably are waiting for, is all of my Monster High stuff. And once I, like I said, pack everything and move into my new house, which I'm actually moving to a new house with a much larger toy room, because yes, I am moving basically for my toys. The top shelf there, I have a bunch of the new ones. I don't really have them in any particular order. I know a lot of people do them by collections or waves. I will be doing that, but for right now, I'm just going to kind of just give you, like I said, a basic overview until I move. So I've got like the Sweet Screams, a lot of the new stuff. I do have the reproduction, as here I'm pointing to that one. The reproduction of Draculaura. And as you get down here, I have all of the, you know, ghoul power one, or the power ghouls, and Boo Little. And then here's the ones I really love. I have all the first waves, for the most part, of all the dolls. I think there's like one or two that I'm missing. I even had the two versions of Cupid. This one's my favorite piece. She's hiding here in the corner. I actually did buy her when she came out the first time, many years ago. I fell in love with it. I was like looking around, I was like a big Barbie collector for years, and then I saw that and I was like, oh my god, it's a vampire Barbie. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, it's Monster High, I'll have to start collecting these, and there it went. So then I have all of the creative monsters, and then down here I have some more of the basics and some of the Scarus ones, which are hiding. And then down here I've got more boxes hiding, which again, when I go to my new toy room, I'm gonna display more of them down there. And then I have the high school, of course. And then when you get up here, I've got a lot of the small boxed, the swim class, the Ghoul Spirits. I have a bunch of them that are open that I love taking pictures of. And I'm going to hopefully be starting a Facebook page and a Twitter page for all of my doll stuff, so I can actually show off some of my doll photography that I do. And a bunch are hiding back there. And like I said, when I get more shelving, I'm going to line them up a lot better than what they are now. And then going down here, I've got all of my picture day ones and the Scaremaster, and then I've got a random Claudine and Howleen hiding there, and then a lot of the open ones. And I actually made these wings. I want to give a little shout out to my Froggy stuff, because I actually made these with her wings tutorial, which I'm going to post the link at the bottom. So if you guys want to know how I made these beautiful bat wings using a hair clip, plastic from a doll and nail polish. I did it with her tutorial. And they're absolutely gorgeous. I love these. I made these actually for Elizabeth. So they're one of my favorite little homemade crafts that I made. When you get down here, I just have some more random ones like the I Love Shoes, Scarus, School Spirit. And this one's one of my favorite pieces. And if you guys watch any of my other videos, Chase, who's one of my best friends who goes doll hunting with me, was so nice. He works in the convention circuit and got to have this box signed by everybody that was at one convention that he was working with. And one of my favorite signatures, let me see if I can find it, is this one right here that I'm pointing to. It's Robert Englund. And Robert Englund actually plays Freddy Krueger in the Friday the 13th movies. And that's one of my favorite horror villains ever. Like I said, I'm a really big Halloween fan, so it was really cool when I got this for my birthday last year. So I want to give a little shout out to Chase for getting all these signatures. And he had people on here from The Walking Dead and from Game of Thrones on the box. So it's probably my favorite piece for that reason. And then down here, I kind of put them together just because they are both by Mattel and they're similar. Is going to be my Ever After High dolls. I actually just got the Cupid today, so I'll be doing a review and unboxing video for her before I add her to the collection, to the rest of it. And I'm a big fan of these dolls, and I cannot wait to see all the other ones coming out. So I have them on a bottom shelf near all of my Monster High stuff. And going up here, my biggest collection for the longest time before Monster High and before I really got into Ariel was Sailor Moon. I am a big 90s kid. I watched all of the episodes, the English one and the Japanese ones. My best friends and I were really into it. We do cosplaying. I play Mars when I do cosplay, which is Sailor Mars, which is, for those of you who don't watch the show, her right there. And I have tons of the dolls. Some of these I actually did buy in the 90s, like original. A lot of them were also off eBay and also from other collectors. But I have all of them in the boxes. And I eventually want to do a Sailor Moon video actually displaying and showing you guys all of my dolls separately. But I have all the little tiny figures, the 11-inch, 12-inch ones, a bunch of the figures, keychains, everything. And these I actually did buy when I was 9 years old. So they've been traveling around with me for a while. And I have a lot of little randoms, so like playing cards, the plushies. I have all the ones back there open too. Those are all the larger ones from the older series, the newer series. Plushies, I've got original VHSs that I actually did buy from Toys R Us many years ago. More plushies, and a lot of other random Sailor Moon memorabilia. Some of this I actually did buy. I want to zoom in here and show you guys. I actually did buy from Japan last year. My friends and I were lucky enough to go to Tokyo, and when we went there, we actually were able to buy all of these plushies, and I got to get Mercury from a store in Akihabara, and it's one of the most beautiful places, and I feel so lucky to have been able to go there and buy a lot of Sailor Moon toys. So that's all my Sailor Moon stuff. And I still have a lot of other things too that are in boxes that just for space right now I haven't been able to display. But like I said, when I do move, I want to lay everything out again and do another toy video. Up here, I've got more of my horror stuff that I really am into, like everything from the Once Upon a Zombie collection. I have the Little Mermaid and I have Belle. As you can see, I have Friday the 13th and Chucky and Jason in there. And then dolls that I collected when I was back in high school, which were the Bleeding Edge dolls, which are the 4 girls that you see right there. They're kind of like my pre-Monster High dolls. They were a little bit more darker. They didn't really have a cartoon to go with it, but I really, really loved them. More dolls that I collect that are unfortunately discontinued are the Live dolls. I really like that they're fully posable, that you can change their wigs, you can change their outfits. They actually do fit the same clothing as Barbie, which is really, really cool. And I also collected Spice Girl dolls for a long time, and the Spice Girl dolls fit, as you can see, she's representing, wearing a Spice World t-shirt. So I love the Live dolls. They were, like I said, some of my favorites, and I'm really sad that they're gone now, but they still do pop up sometimes either at Walmart or at Ross. And as you can see, I have to have my Spice Girls poster right next to it, which is original. I did get that when I bought the VHS back in 1998. And another collection that I do, I love Blythe dolls. And these are all the little mini ones. And I have them all with my littlest pet shop collection. And just go around here really quick. They're really adorable and they're really cute, and I've been finding them everywhere from Ross to Target. Still, they pop up occasionally, and they're really inexpensive, and that's why I just got really into them because I thought they were adorable and I loved all the accessories that they come with. But I'm actually going to display eventually all the dolls with their play sets when I get more space. And here's like my random shelf. I'm a really big fan of Batman Beyond, so I've got all my little, it's a little dark in there, Batman Beyond stuff and Power Rangers. I love the Power Rangers. That was another big thing besides Sailor Moon growing up that I was really into. And if you can see back there hiding in the back, I'll point to the two ladies. I've got the original Trina and Kimberly dolls with their outfits and all their accessories. And then these two shelves here, I'm going to eventually lay them all out, but I've got mixed Barbies down here. I've got some random toys like teacup pigs, which if those of you don't collect those, they're adorable. My one pull-up doll, which actually came from Japan when my friend went there back in 2006, which I have yet to open her. I want to, but I just feel like, oh, you know, it's like my one favorite piece in my random collection. So I kind of haven't had the heart to open it yet, but I eventually will. And if I do, I'm definitely doing a unboxing video. And then here to the side, I've got some mixed dolls. I've got my La-Di-Da's, my one Winx doll that I have. I love the Moxie Teen series. This is another series that is really hard to find. They've been discontinued. They have the Moxie Girls, which I've one of those. But I love the Moxie Teens. They're fully posable, very similar to the Liv dolls, a little bit bigger. They're actually quite large. And they have really cute accessories. And like I said, they're pretty hard to find. I've only been able to find them at TJ Maxx and at Marshall's. More La-Di-Da stuff. And this table, which I want to give another shout out to Chase, was able to get me. If you can see underneath there, it's a table with Ariel on it. My favorite table. And over here, I know more collections. I just collect everything, I feel like. My Kawaii Crush stuff so far. I do have a lot of other stuff that I have to open. I just haven't been able to sit down and open everything with my hectic schedule. But I love them and they're so cute. And there's a whole new series coming out too of them on the beach, and I can't wait to get all those. And another little shout out I want to give to my Froggy stuff that I've actually been able to build was her chair tutorial. I made this really cute, and I have to show you, I based this off of a chair that I actually have. And I made it using paper and cloth, and I painted little plastic roses black and put them on the top. And I'll put also a link to that at the bottom, including the wing video, if you guys want to make these chairs. And my friend Chase made the black and orange one for Rebecca. And this is my dollhouse in progress. It's been months and months, and I'm like, I need to finish this. I need to finish this. I've got flooring put in, and I have all of my furniture here, and I actually have 2 more boxes of furniture that I just have not been able to get to. But I eventually want to put everything out and display it a lot better than what I have now. And then I'm going to go over here really quick before I end this video. My random little figure section. I've got everything from the Coneheads, which was a big movie in the 90s, and random memorabilia like Roger Rabbit, Bobby, more Mermaid stuff, Dinosaurs, which was another of my favorite shows. I have a lot of Tokidoki stuff, Monsters, Inc., The Simpsons, all of my little blind bag ponies, and a bunch of, like I said, random stuff. So I've got to really display everything out and have it better to show you guys. But I just want to give you a little quick overview of most of my collection. I do have stuff in boxes, and I do have stuff in the closet, and I know that's the worst thing to do. I feel like if you have toys, you should display them, and you should have them out. So again, when I do actually get everything moved into the new house in a couple weeks, all the new shelving, the bigger room, because right now I have everything in this little tiny room. My Monster High rug, which I love. I'm going to do another video showing everything else. So I hope you guys like it. It's a work in progress, and I've been collecting for a long time, so it seems like it just never stops. And every time there's a new doll or a new toy out, I just have to collect it. So we'll see what happens next. Hopefully, like I said, I want to get more shelving and lay everything out a little bit better, and then I will be doing the Monster High stuff in order. I know that's a big thing for a lot of people. They want everything in chronological order or by series. I kind of just do it by when I get them. But I will be doing a better one, I promise. Alright, well thanks for watching my collection as of today video. And I'll be talking to you guys soon.